there is this question tó ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé báwo ni a ṣe lè lo Premiere àti After Effects papọ̀. So let's assume pé nínú project yìí sìn a fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ní After Effects nínú project yìí. One thing tẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ní in mind pé project yẹn ẹ need original. You still need the original of this project, and you also want to work in After Effects with it. Two things you'll do. Number one thing is this is your timeline copy timeline. You can right click, say copy, and you right click again, say paste. So you have another timeline. You can now save this one as save pé fún After Effects for AE, which means After Effects for AE. So èyí tẹ́ pè ní for AE yẹn tẹ́ bá double click ṣe rí pé òun ló ṣí síbí yẹn sí old one tó tàn ló lélẹ̀. So this one tó jẹ́ for AE yẹn tẹ́ bá right click lórí ẹ̀ ẹ máa wá sí replace with After Effects composition. That means you want to replace what you have there with After Effects composition. So once you click it, automatically ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣí After Effects. You see it's opening the After Effects. So now tí ó ti open, now that the system is opened, the After Effects had opened, what you just have to do is, remember we created a folder that we call test. So inside this test folder, I'm going to call this one to test. I will call this one to test. So in the test now, you can see that the project had already come to this place. So let's assume that we want to write a text. See, this is it. Boom, it's playing back again. So ibi tá fẹ́ kọ test sí, ká sọ pé ibi kó tó wọlé la fẹ́ kọ test sí pé Ella app is the best. So Ella app, we want it to be big. So let me go and look for Ella card online. Ella, by the way, is one of the best app you can use for loan and the rest of it. See, this is how Ella logos look, and this is their card. So I need this card. I'm going to get it out and put it in our test folder. Here is desktop, test, and let me just drag and drop it here so I can use it. So we have it already. So let me minimize, let me bring you see. So that is it. So you see, yeah, that's it. So by the time we are done here, we can say save. Then we can come back to Premiere. You will see that everything okay. This sign has shown us that it's no longer a loan. If we trace back, you see, let's
human needs are unending.
You can see the way it flips in and move to the next. Nǹkan tá a ṣe ní After Effects òun ni àti rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Tá bá drag all the way to this place now, it's going to be there all the way. Though it won't be nice for it to be there all the way, but for just reference, let's drag it. You see, it will still be there all the way, but you see this is covering face, it's not looking good. So if we go back to Premiere, you will see, you see, immediately it covers it. This is the other one, Tafile. You can see the color, you can see nothing happened, but you can see this one. So let's go back to After Effects and undo the stretching. Okay, so we are good like this. So the next thing, now another thing you need to know, you can export out from here and go and use it to replace that one and go and paste it there. I always use shift command, then the slash mark where we have question mark on your keyboard. About it, the shift command, about it there, the question mark again, it brings me to the render queue, and I can now come here. If I want the audio there, I'll leave it in auto. I'll come and check my this thing, boya QuickTime ni mo fẹ́ o, boya whichever form, boya put ProRes. Let me just okay this first. Okay, so don't let me bore you with all those exporting blah 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 blah. And you can come here and come and change the name and locate your this thing and say, okay, I want you to export it out with certain name, blah 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 blah. I know we all knew that. And say save. So it's going to save it, and you press render, it's going to render everything out for you. That is one method. Another method is, which is very simple, is you come to this place, you right click and you say replace, render and replace. When you click render and replace, that means once it's done, you see it brought a preset sequence. So everything loaded to one be, it said sequence individual clip. That means is it going to replace it as full this thing, as full lock project, or if there are 12 videos that are on this line, is it going to export and replace them as each individual, or at this time is going to put it together, but you might come up or export as an individual? So because it's just one line, I will say sequence. So the way it is now, you see everything is perfect. You see the format you want is QuickTime. Me, I want QuickTime format, so you say QuickTime. You can say match with Apple ProRes, and with all this, it's going to ask you where do you want it to be. Timbati render eton Timothy exported, where should I keep it? So we can say next to original. That means whatever is exporting will be very close. Where you find it is where the original footage are. So when you say okay, you see it's render and replace. Once you have done this, you can't go back to After Effects again. You don't finish the job. You don't. So now it's not active like After Effects project anymore. It has turned to your personal thing. You see when I click it, see what it brought. It show you like it's now original. It's not After Effects project. But if you know you still work on it, you don't render and replace. You leave it there, and you can easily export everything later. So I'm sure this would have blessed somebody. Mo sure pé mo bá tara ṣe ó ti yé èèyàn kan, and it can help that person to move to the next stage rather. Thank you for watching.